Welcome to PMP Exam Practice. If you are new here, we highly recommend watching the quick intro video on how to study for scenario-based questions from these videos with the help of Excel sheets and YouTube timestamps, plus some quick easy tips before your exam day. Link in the description. The time limit given is about 1 minute for each answer. If you are new to this video, we recommend that you keep it playing and listen to each explanation to fully understand the scenario and the appropriate choice. If this is a review, then mute the sound, use the timestamp to navigate between the questions, and train yourself to read and answer each question in 1 minute. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for new exam updated questions. Good luck! Your project team has recently finished the third iteration on the project. So far, 45 story points have been successfully delivered to the customer. For this project, the iteration size is constant at 3 weeks. Looking at the backlog, you have 150 story points residual to be delivered. What is the project's current velocity? A. 10. B. 15. C. 1. D. 30. The correct answer is B. The velocity is equals to the average story points per iteration. Since the team had delivered 45 story points in 3 iterations, the velocity is 45 divided by 3, which will be equals to 15 story points per iteration. You work on a project that consists of 3 releases, 5 iterations per shot. The first release will provide the must-have features desired for a minimum viable product with additional features added after each subsequent release. The customer wants to know which features will be available at the end of each iteration. What is the best tool or technique to employ in this situation? A. Agile release planning. B. Schedule baseline. C. Activity list. D. Critical path method. The correct answer is A. Agile release planning provides a high-level summary timeline of the release schedule and defines which features will be available at the end of each iteration. A recently achieved project cost more and took longer than it must have. A root cause analysis was performed, and it was specified that the cost of quality exceeded what was optimal. The quality management plan included inclusive and very costly testing to ensure that there were 0 escaped defects in the product. What might have prevented this situation? A. Stakeholder analysis. B. Conducting a sensitivity analysis. C. Including a SWOT analysis. D. Performing a cost-benefit analysis. The correct answer is D. A cost-benefit analysis of each quality activity compares the cost of the quality step to the expected benefits. A cost-benefit analysis will help the project manager determine if the planned quality activities are cost-effective. Performing a cost-benefit analysis may have prevented the problem described in the scenario from occurring. It is critical that project managers are aware of PESEL factors that can impact their project's business case and need to be prepared to adapt accordingly. What are PESEL factors? A. Project, engagement, scope, training, lifecycle, and environmental. B. Political, economic, social, technical, legal, and environmental. C. Promotion, engagement, society, timeline, and emergent. D. Political, economic, social, training, lifecycle, and emergent. The correct answer is B. PESEL factors are political, economic, social, technical, legal, and environmental. You are a Scrum Master leading an Agile project team that has been continuously meeting the goals set for each iteration. However, you sense that one team member is minimal productive than the others. What is the most appropriate feedback approach for you to take in this situation? A. Allow the project team members to address the issue if they deem necessary. B. Direct the underperforming team member to work extra hours to bridge the gap. C. From the next iteration onward, assign the team member the easiest user stories. D. Call out the team member's low productivity at the upcoming iteration retrospective. The correct answer is A. Agile teams are self-organizing and self-managing. The Scrum Master may provide servant leadership and guidance with Agile best practices, but the team should collaborate to complete the work rather than being directed by the Scrum Master. You are a project manager who is answerable for an important project for your company. In your project, there are repeated technical disagreements among team members and the driving. What conflict management technique should the project manager use to resolve this? A. Collaborate, problem solve. B. Force, direct. C. Withdraw, avoid. D. Compromise, reconcile. The correct answer is A. Keyword, frequent technical disagreements, so the project manager should solve the problem to reach to consensus. Collaborate, problem solve. Incorporating multiple viewpoints and insights from differing perspectives requires a cooperative attitude and open dialogue that typically leads to consensus and commitment. This approach can result in a win-win situation. A project is beyond schedule and over budget. As a result of increased stakeholder push, the project team has been placed under serious coercion. This causes a conflict between the quality and production managers, with each blaming the other for the delay and cost overruns. What should the project manager do? A. Meet with both managers and ask them to immediately end the conflict to avoid negatively impacting the project. B. Refer to the team charter for guidelines on how to deal with this conflict. C. Meet with the manager's supervisors to discuss possible actions. D. Discuss the situation with the stakeholders and follow their suggestions for dealing with the conflict. The correct answer is A. Keyword, project is behind schedule and over budget. The project manager should be proactive and meet with both managers and ask them to immediately end the conflict to avoid negatively impacting the project. You are the project manager on an industrial design project. During project enforcement, some of your stakeholders put forward concerns regarding poor project communications management. You are shocked to hear this since you have left no stone unturned when preparing the project management plans, especially the communications management plan. You ratify that the stakeholders are being unreasonable. In this situation, who is now responsible for managing these stakeholders' expectations? A. Project team. B. Project stakeholders. C. Project manager. D. Project sponsor. The correct answer is C. No matter what the situation is, the project manager is responsible for stakeholder expectations management. An agile team has been working overtime for the last few iterations. The project manager has established that from now on the team should maintain a 40-hour workweek. What is the most likely reason beyond the project manager's decision? A. To promote sustainable development. B. To minimize the amount of work in progress. C. To maximize the amount of work not done. D. To deliver working software frequently. The correct answer is A. Agile processes promote sustainable development. The sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. Constant pace would allow the team members to maintain their work-life balance, make fewer mistakes, sustain healthy productivity, collaborate better, and possibly refrain from resigning. You works as a part-time manager at a weak matrix organization. Your functional manager adds to your workload by stating you the project manager for a new business idea. After reviewing the business case, you comprehend new personnel will require to be hired to execute the project. What constraint, if any, will you be operating under in terms of hiring additional staff? A. The functional manager would be responsible for hiring staff. B. Senior management would be responsible for hiring staff. C. You, as project manager, would be responsible for hiring staff. D. All stakeholders would be responsible for hiring staff. The correct answer is A. Knowing the differences between the types of organizational structures is necessary to answer this question correctly. Understanding your role as a project manager in different organizational structures plays an important part in your project management responsibilities and the decisions you have to make. The project manager's role in a weak matrix organization is part-time and done as part of another job and not a designated job role like a coordinator. In such an organization, the project manager's authority over resources is low, and it is the functional manager who takes on the responsibility of managing resources. Therefore, if you need additional staff for your project, you will be operating under the constraint that hiring staff is typically done by the functional managers who are responsible for most of the project resources. Good job! Leave comments if you need further clarification regarding any of the questions in this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification so you will always get the latest updated exam questions.